Welcome to the FMC Lounge, everyone. I am your host, Joe for Show, and in this video, we're going to be going over my updated Viessa guide, where I'll be talking about her mutant cells, general component cores, arcade tuning, the builds I use, and the weapons. If y'all can do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe, comment, it'll help with the YouTube algorithm. I'd appreciate that a lot. Now, enough of the yapping, let's jump straight into the video. So Viessa didn't receive a buff on the July 3rd patch like the other Descendants, which is perfectly fine. Viessa is pretty strong as it is, so we won't be going over no patch notes like in our previous videos. So for our first build, it's going to revolve around Absolute Zero. This is our mobbing build. If you don't know what this does, completely changes our archetype for all our abilities to singular, and it will give us 100% skill critical hit rate, which I'll show you in a little bit. Here are the mods. Go ahead and get your screenshots. Now, usually this ability right here, as you see, it's chill singular, and this one right here, chill singular. Usually they are both chill and fusion, and this one is also chill and tech. But what Absolute Zero does, it completely changes it and makes them all singular, which is why this build is like just so much better than all the rest. Now, the other Transcendent mod, they are pretty good, not as good as Absolute Zero, and the main reason why is Absolute Zero being able to have 100% skill critical hit rate, and then all your abilities be on the same archetype, where if you use any of these Transcendent mod, you won't have 100% skill critical hit rate, and one of your abilities is going to be a different archetype compared to the rest. For example, since the fourth ability is tech and your first and third ability are fusion, you need to decide and choose, do you want a fusion reactor or a tech reactor? So this is why Absolute Zero is just so much better than the rest. Now, for our mods, we are rocking one range mod, two cooldown mods, an HP mod, and then 4 crit hit damage mod, and then focus on singular and focus on chill. Now, I know you could get to 100% skill critical hit rate without using 4 of these crit hit damage mods. You could take off front lines and still reach 100 skill critical hit rate with your arcade tuning, so you could have a free mod slot or anything your choice. For me personally, this is just how I want it, but if MP is an issue, you can't take this off and throw an MP collector or more HP if you feel like your Viessa is too squishy, and I'll show later of how you still get the 100% skill critical hit rate even if you take this mod off. For our reactor, we're using a chill and singular reactor because Absolute Zero, and the two stats at the bottom, you want skill cooldown and skill critical hit damage. For our external component cores, I am rocking a 4-piece layer set just like that 26% skill power. This is going to allow us to do more damage. Now, you can, run 2-piece play for a little bit a singular skill power, and then 2-piece of the hunter set for more skill cooldown. I just feel like it's not necessary. I just want more damage overall, so that's why I'm going with the 4-piece layer set. But just keep that in mind. You can rock that other component set if you want. Now, for external component cores, HP and defense, HP and defense, HP and defense, HP and defense. Our weapon of choice is the Secret Garden. I'm strictly using this as a stat stick for the sprint speed core, so I can try to keep up with the bunny. Here are the cores and substats. I just want you to keep in mind, I made this gun before Secret Garden got a buff, so I don't know if any of these are the right stats that you want or anything. This is just what I had on before, like months ago. And here are the mods. Again, I made these mods months ago before the gun even got a buff, so I don't know if these are the right mods you want to get the most damage out of your Secret Garden. Also, I used it just strictly as a speed boost, so I can try to keep up the bunny. Our other weapon is our last dagger. Here's the cores and the substats. And then here are our mods. Remember, you change these elements to whatever your enemy is weak to. And our last weapon choice is the Clairvoyance. Here are the cores and substats. I put these stats on before Clairvoyance got a buff, so I don't know if this is the right stats that you want to make it good. I strictly use Clairvoyance just for the unique ability, which, you know, when you're hitting an enemy, you're going to bring down the chill resistance, so your chill ability would do more damage. And then here are the mods. This is just what I use, whatever. I don't know if this is the right mods that you want. For the inversion reinforcements, I'm running biodensity for more HP and the selected neurostimulation for more MP. Now, you can take off one of these and put on adrenaline rush for more movement speed. It's just up to you. Do you want more movement speed? Do you want more mana regen, or do you want more HP? You just choose. Then our last one, we're using it depending on whatever the enemy is weak to, or you could just take this off and you could just go here and you could just have all three. It's up to you. Choose what you want, just preference. End of the day, for our arcade tuning, this is the tree I went with. Now for our mutant cell, we went with chill cohesion. Whenever we defeat an enemy, we're gonna get more chill skill power. So right now I'm gonna show you how you can still get 100% skill critical hit rate even if you're not running 4 crit hit damage mods. If you notice, I have 4 crit hit damage mods. If you go look at our stats, we have 100% skill critical hit rate, right? But if we take front lines off, we're only at 98%. Now, how can we get back to 100? You could, you know, just doing this. Take these 4 points off and you put them here, and you will be 100% skill critical hit rate, and you will also have a free empty mod slot of your choice if you want MP collector or more HP. Now here's a quick little gameplay of me showing the mobbing build and how it works and everything. For our next build, this is going to be our Purge build, and it's going to revolve around absolute zero again. Now here are the mods. Go ahead and get your screenshots. We are running 2 cooldown mods, 1 HP mod, 1 range mod, 3 crit hit damage mods, and then focus on singular and focus on chill. We have a 6.2 cooldown with a 6 second duration, so we have 100% uptime on our fourth ability, which is really great for when all the enemies are grouped up when they spawn. For this last mod slot, it's up to you. You can put an MP collector if you feel like MP is an issue, or HP collector if you feel like health an issue, or you can just throw on another HP mod to get more HP. If you are a fan of being really squishy, you could also take off increase HP and throw on enlightenment so you get more max MP on top of the MP collector, or you could throw on another skill cost mod and at a different, you could throw on 2 skill cost mods right here if you want. It's really just up to you. You decide what fits your playstyle. For our reactor, it's going to be the same one as before, chill and singular, and the 2 stats at the bottom, we want skill cooldown and skill critical hit damage. For our component cores, I switch it up. I didn't go with the 4-piece Slayer set. I went with the 2-piece plague for that 5% singular, and then Peace Hunter for the skill cooldown. I really wanted this extra 4% skill cooldown because that's going to allow our fourth ability to be on a 6-second cooldown. Without that 2-piece Hunter set, this is like what I think 8 seconds. So this is why we're running. But if you don't care for that, go back to running 4-piece Slayer set for more damage. I just want 100% uptime on my fourth ability. For our external component cores, HP and defense, HP and defense, HP and defense, HP and defense. Now for our weapons, we are running Last Dagger. We're making sure that it is a chill element for the cores and the substats. And the main reason why is the wave 10 enemies of Legion's Darkness and they are weak to chill, so we're going to do extra damage because of that. Here are the mods. Our second weapon is Malevolent. Now I know if you see my core and substats, I do have toxic attack. The reason why I don't have 4 out of 4 on my unique ability, if you see I only have 2 of the yellow squares, so really recommend use this gun for Purge. And if you do, change the toxic attack for the cores and the substat, put them both to chill. And then here are the mods. As you notice, I ran marking chill just to do more damage. And our last weapon, the restore relic. Here are the cores and the substats. And then here are the mods. You mainly only going to use this if Enzo's on your teams because you're going to get the extra ammo, or if you're lucky and a lot of high power round drops, then you could use that as well. For our inversion reinforcement, we're still rocking bio density just for a little bit more HP. Selected neurostimulation to help with our MP regen. And we're running chill focus rounds because wave 10 enemies are weak to chill. For our arche tuning, it's similar to our skill build tree. The only thing difference is I actually did go down this route for the skill critical hit rate, because if you notice, I am only running 3 crit hit damage mod. I'm not running 4. I'd rather use that extra mod slot for MP collector so I could get MP regen. And then for our mutant cell, I am using chill cohesion. Whenever we defeat an enemy, we're gonna get more chill skill power. Now here's a quick gameplay of me showing you the Purge build and what it does in Purge and how it's very effective. Now for our last build, it's going to be our bossing build, strictly for hard mode Colossus. We're not for Ice Maiden. I'm not going to be covering Ice Maiden because she's disappearing on August 7th. Here are the mods. Go ahead and get your screenshots. We are rocking Dangerous Ambush. We get a little bit more skill power damage when the boss gets knocked. We're rocking 2 cooldowns, 1 HP, and then 4 crit hit damage mod, and then focus on singular, focus on chill. We have a 12.1 cooldown, but it's not really an issue. Most of the bosses, they die just from 1 chill blizzard and then your other abilities. But if you feel like 12 seconds is too high, you can change some stuff from your component set or your reactor, which we'll go over right now. For our reactor, we are using skill critical hit damage and additional skill attack when attacking Colossus for our chill and signet reactor. Again, if you do want that 12-second cooldown to get lower, you're going to have to either get rid of crit hit damage or additional skill attack, and I highly recommend getting rid of crit hit damage. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can run the 2-piece hunter set component for that cooldown. That might bring you down to 10 or 8. It's not going to bring you down to 6. The only way to get to that 6 or 8 is if you rock a cooldown here and then to cool down your component cores. But for me, I'm rocking 4-piece layer set because I want to do as much damage as possible. And for our external component cores, HP and defense, HP and defense, HP and defense. Our weapon of choice is the last dagger. Here are the cores and substats. You want the element to be whatever the boss is weak to. And then here are the mods. Again, you would change it to whatever the boss is weak to. Just keep in mind, this is not going to be probably needed. Keep in mind, matching the element to what the boss is weak to is probably not going to be necessary because the last dagger is just, it's really broken right now. Our other weapon of choice is smithereen. Here are the cores, and then here are the substats. I have fire attack on because I use this shotgun for Serena against Ice Maiden. And then here are the mods. Again, you would change this element to whatever the boss is weak to, but again, keep in mind, most of these hard mode Colossus, they're probably just going to fall over regardless if you're not matching the weakness element mod. For our inversion reinforcement, we are rocking void resistance. Now technically you don't need this because the bosses are going to die in 5 or 10 seconds, so you don't need this, but I just have it on just in case. And then you run whatever the boss is weak to. Now I know we're doing a lot of damage with a skill, but if you're going against a boss that is a chill boss, your skills are not going to be enough. You're going to have to use your weapon. So this is why you want to run whatever the boss is weak to for here. And then if you're using a multi-hit weapon, you want to use this. If you're using not a multi weapon, then you go with this one instead. For our arche tuning, pretty much the same as our other one. Since we're running 4 crit hit damage mods, we went this route, set this critical hit rate. And we didn't get these 3 slots for the range. We went 3 slots up here for the additional skill attack, attacking Colossus. And then for our mutant cell, we are using frostbite vulnerability. For our mutant cell, we are using frostbite vulnerability. We're not using chill cohesion. The reason why, chill cohesion requires you to kill an enemy to get that chill skill power buff. This one only needs you to apply frostbite to get that skill power, which is very easy for Viessa to do. A quick little gameplay of me showing you the bossing build. Just keep in mind, you're seeing a chill boss. So this is why I'm using weapons as well, not just pure skill power. If you need a reactor for Viessa, check the pinned comment down below. I have a little YouTube short for you, so you can go farm one if you need one. Well, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully this guide helps you decide on if you want to make Viessa or what build to use and everything. On that note, I'll catch you on the next video.